I really hope. We're in the Ozarks. Checking in. Look how pretty. Oh. I mean, my hair is frizzy, but it's not like, it honestly isn't as bad. In Florida, it's really bigger. I just had it up. This isn't that bad, but OTF, day 1. I guess recap? Oh man, what a day. So this is always the day where kind of first day is we are a returning family, so we've worked with all of these therapists before, but this is kind of the day where you're like, hey, what does this last year look like? Where are we struggling? What do we want to focus on? Can we kind of narrow it down? And they do a little bit of, I'm terrified of horseflies. I've killed 2. I've Googled them. They're huge. They also bite. The females bite, which I kind of love. Not sure why, but the females can inflict a painful bite. So, hopefully I don't have to jump in the pool, but I will to get away from these. Couldn't eat a cupcake. Should have just had an ice cream cone. So, that's the context, is we've been here before. I feel like we are OGs to intensives, but we're also OGs to summer camp. So I get really amped up when it's family's first time and like all the things. Because usually if it's a first time for summer camp, they're very familiar with DMI. And they are just really excited for trying something kind of a little bit different, right? So this is the way that it's structured, is we do 2 sessions of DMI, 2 different therapists and you get your schedule before you come out here, right? Our first session's at 8. We've got a break in between our second session. We only need a 1-hour break. It's just enough to let Kaylin kind of stretch out, zone out, just vibe out for a little bit and just relax her body before session number 2. Sometimes you work with a PT session versus OT. I'll have to ask. I think our team is PTs. Kendra actually might be an OT. She's just ridiculously strong. So I feel like I might lump her into that. And no offense to OTs, because I know a lot of really, really buff occupational therapists. But no, she is an OT. I feel like she's really knowledgeable. She's really knowledgeable. And then the afternoon, they have staggered sessions where it's 2 therapists per paddler. And in the afternoon, she works with Kathleen from Palm Peds and Kendra again. Kendra's buff. So, access to the water. Everyone is so curious. On the side that the families are staying at, there are steps to the dock. So, challenging for wheelchair users. A lot of these kiddos they can walk. Some of them have better balance than others, but it's always kind of a mixed bag as far as like who can walk. Are there any walkers? Some of these kiddos are real tiny, just little tater tots, right? So that's the other thing that's so fun, is that we now have a group in first OTF history. Like, this one's going to go down in the books, man. All girls in therapy. And most of the siblings, there's a lot of boys. Wes is having the best week of his life. He's a pretty shy kid, so I knew that he would. A little gentle nudge. But yeah, what kid doesn't want to wake up at 8 in the morning instead of going to therapy, gets to go fly fishing with his new friend? Also, just so fun. Our little cabin too, this is not the cabin I would have booked to suit my family because it's very small and it's tight, which I feel a little cramped, but we can make this work for a week. We've got very easy access to the pool, a little playground where more geared towards little kids, but boys are, launching off the monkey bars, and Wes likes to swing, so not complaining about that either. I would love for someone to clean up this property to make There's lots of concrete issues and little things like that, lots of rocks, which is very inaccessible. But the property manager, I have to say, I've been blown away by the hospitality so far. And she personally removed a wasp nest from our unit. So like, she's gone above and beyond. And that's the other thing, is I've got a lot to say about how well Kaylin did in her sessions. I'm not surprised. I mean, we're very familiar with this team, but this property manager has just gone above and beyond. And I have looked at the families' faces, and we're all, I mean, it's brought tears to our eyes. And of course the therapist, like, how amazing is this? She reached out to basically this little lake community, this entire town, and this town has shown up for this group of kids in a very big way. I'm talking multiple meals. They stock the fridge with treats and drinks for the entire week. They've made gift bags for all the kids. The library donated books and just activities and all the fun things to make this the best camp ever. So, I encourage families that have this type of access to a lake community is to reach out to the project manager or property managers and have conversations about camps like this that could serve families like ours, because my kid has waited 18 years for a camp experience like this. So the kids are coming, so I don't want to get all whatever, but it has been incredible. And my mama heart is just soaring, because some of these littles don't have to wait 18 years to experience something like this. And Kaylin has done a lot of really crazy adventures and all the things. But this, where you're thinking about the families and the siblings and just going extra. These kids deserve fucking extra, man. They deserve this. And these are the kiddos with really complex bodies that don't always very easily fit into a summer camp experience. So, I will never stop singing the praises. One, this team of therapists, they are fucking incredible, and I've got a good sniffer for therapists. That's my flex, is my kid's 18, I know what to look for. And my kid has learned, golly, watching her connect and reconnect, and the girls and all the things, is just, this is it. This is it. This is what it's about. And yeah, my kid can do hard things, but she also deserves to put that body into different experiences that are more adventurous. And sometimes when you have a kiddo with a really complex body, you need therapists to help carry your child to the water down a very uneven slope, and understand what to look for when that child needs to get out of the water, because maybe they're too hot, or maybe it's time for a splash break, or little things like that where you might not be able to go to, an adaptive event that isn't very well thought out or supported by therapists that know the ins and the outs of some of these more complex diagnoses or compound diagnoses, or just all the things. These are the kids that people say, I can't support that. I can't support that kid. And I think Jennell's been doing it her whole life. I think she's been looking at the underdogs her whole life. It's like, nah, I can find a way. And that is also really inspiring to watch and to see. And she's dedicated her profession to growing this, because she knows how important it is to families like ours. And yeah, might come across a little braggy on the World Wide Web, but good. She's fucking incredible. And I'll say nice things about all of them all week long. But that's day one. Kaylin's body is sore. Her muscles were twitching, and she communicated more about her body in this intensive than she ever has. So cheers to Kaylin. She's worked really, really hard for that. I'm filling in gaps. I'm filling in gaps for my kid. And I have been told that she won't do a lot of things. So hold my, big fan of this flavor, raspberry lemon. Sparkling mushroom chill out drink. Should have grabbed an ice cream cone, but I'm gonna have a cupcake. I know. That's why I let my kids pick the snacks, because secretly I know that they're gonna pick something really terrible, so I'm here for it. Not a zebra cake, a zebra roll still slaps. So that's what's really nice, is this is a concept that everywhere I go, to the people that treat Kaylin, I tell them about this, because Jennell can only do this so many times. She travels all over the world doing what she does and training as many people as she can. So yeah, I wish we could clone her. There's lots of really incredible aspiring DMI therapists. You know, Jennell's been doing it a long time. She's training everyone, you know. But no, the connection and the chemistry of these women, how well they work together, every kid benefits from it. All the families do. The generosity of this town has blown my mind. And I was a little nervous to come to the Ozarks. I was like, I don't know, what am I going to run into? But, yeah. The day one recap is less about therapy and more about talking about this, like the experience that these kids are going to take with them. And that's even if the families can only do it once. But, oh my god. I'm gonna hide from the horseflies. I don't want them to bite me. I've heard it's painful. So, but that's my day one.